Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Worth Unlimited Agent Update and Sales Track Training Call. And we are so delighted to have every single one of you on the call. We are seeing outrageous amount of movement in the company. This is the coolest thing I've seen in a long time. As many of you know, there may be some new people on the call. We've been getting a lot of new people on the call. Recruiting numbers are up. So if you're new to the call, we want to welcome you and say thank you so much for taking your time to be on the call with us this evening to get your updates on what's going on with the company, what's going on in general. Those of you that had been with us at any other time previous to today, the messaging where the company is concerned has changed dramatically. It used to just be, buy America back and do you have debt and get out of debt and this type of a scenario. And so our messaging, we started looking at the world around us. We started looking at what was going on and what would make us relative to the outside commerce. Things have changed so dramatically. It used to be meetings and everything was done by paperwork, and then we moved into computers, but you still had paperwork that you had to go through to get the program done, and we were still on the message of, pay off your debt. As we have evolved and as we have seen the market change, we have changed with that market, and the message is convert your debt into wealth. It's still buy America back one family at a time. It's still take control of your financial future, but it's that whole idea of converting your debt into wealth. We all know that people have debt now, and many people are in a position where they just totally feel overwhelmed by it. And the generation I'm really speaking to is the individuals that have come out of college in the last, let's say, 10 years, just come out of college, so they're in their 30s right now. A lot of these people came out of school with student loan debt in excess of $250,000. There's a whole new market space, and with that, the company had to evolve with that. And so we are moving in a whole new direction as Worth Unlimited, and it is this whole idea and concept of convert your debt into wealth. We have an ebook, which you will be previewed here a little bit in the call. That's part of your agent portal. The tools have changed dramatically. Mr. John Mashenko is going to go over some of those tools with you this evening. And then we have Mr. Skylar Whitman, and he's going to speak to you all a little bit as well. I know we have some other guests coming on the call, but the numbers are starting to get bigger where I'm not exactly sure who they're going to bring on the call, to be honest with you, at the end of this. But I know that we're going to hear from John and Skylar for sure. So just keep in mind that we never took our foot off the gas. We always maintained our clients, and we will continue to do so. And we are so grateful to have you be a part of this call this evening. We have the deepest respect for the military and first responders. As a result, we offer a 10% discount to any military or first responders that can prove that they were either active at one time, they're retired now, currently active, discharged. We're talking about frontline people. We're talking about first responders and military. And in that context, if they wish to become a part of the company, we offer the agency into the company. We waive the $49 promo fee that we're having right now, the normal $149. We're waiving that as well as the $49 for any military first responders. See who qualifies, how they qualify, see your newsworthy blog. And your newsworthy blog is located in your agent portal, and that will give you all of the information that you need regarding these discounts. Just type in military or first responders discount, and it'll take you directly to a page. New agent activation promo, all new agent signups are only $49. They're typically $149. That's for the next 36 days. Promo runs from April 8th to July 16, 2019. That will be the deadline of this promo. And use promo code START49 for that promo for new agent signups. As a new agent with Direct to Director for the next 30 days, make one sale in advance Direct to Director. This promotion is eligible for the sale of any Worth account product. And as you all know that have been in the company for a while, Direct to Director was typically you had to activate a Platinum or a Platinum Plus with a minimum of $2,250 to take advantage of Direct to Director. with the promos that we're running, the expansion that we're seeing as a company. Any Worth account product qualifies as a Wholesale Finance subscription gold package, Platinum, Platinum Plus, any combination, anything along those lines will qualify you in that 30 days for direct to director. That promotion also expires July 16, 2019 at midnight. And just to kind of show you what this does for you money-wise going from agent to director, if in your first 30 days, as we know during the promo, it's any Worth account product, but typically it's a Worth account Platinum or Platinum Plus. You get promoted directly to director, and on a $3,100 sale being the average sale of the product, you would move from an agent at $496.71 to a director making $714.02. And the way to truly make money in this company is to share the information with people. Don't make the decision your own, who should hear the information, who should not. Just share the information about the product as well as the opportunity. See what it is that they gravitate towards the most. And the true way to make money in this company is building a team, building a strong team, and then producing leaders out of that team and continuing to duplicate that process. And to give you an idea of that, just in overrides, if you were a director and you had an agent that sold a $3,100 deal and you had a supervisor that sold a $3,100 deal, these would be your override commissions over and above what your agent and supervisor would make. So this is not taking into account first or second recruiter bonus. This is not taking into account any of the pools. We have really made the compensation program very robust. There's alterations that are in the works, and they are all positive to the benefit of the agent field. Must be a volume of no less than 2250 after we finish the promo on July 16th. Worth Agent Wholesale discount, 30% discount on all software pricing options for Worth agents. An example would be if you spent $34.95, your wholesale price would be $24.46 with a savings of $1,049. If you purchased your program at $29.97, your wholesale price would be $20.97. That's a savings of $900. I have never seen them do this type of thing with their promos just in normal operation and business. So this is really a big deal to take advantage of. If you've never been on the program, it helps close that gap of understanding on how the program comes together, more so than anything I've ever seen in the context of using the program and seeing it work for yourself. The qualifiers for the promos we've gone over is a 30% wholesale discount is applicable the first 30 days after becoming a Worth agent. Another qualifier for current Worth agents, 30% discount is applicable on one-time purchase or subscription. And deadline again, July 16, 2019 for all current Worth agents, and use agent promo code agent30 to be able to use those. Grandfather ranks, all former UFirst agents are grandfathered in from their previous rank using promo code agent30. Activation special one-level advance for all entry-level people that are coming back with Worth or with Worth. UFirst associate would be a senior associate, Worth agent would be a supervisor. That would be the lateral move. How do we get started? Well, if you were referred to this call from someone, they sent you a link to their agent back office. They sent you a link just to this call. Anyone that you spoke to, we want to maintain the integrity of our field. So please get back to the person that referred you to the call. Call them back. Let them know what you think. Let them know what you like best about what you saw, how they can help you, the assistance that you need in getting moving and getting started. If you were invited directly through an email to join the call, have no hesitation whatsoever in calling the corporate office. And please contact agent support with Worth Unlimited, and there is the email for you, as well as the phone number, and I'm going to let that sit there for just a moment. You know, I've been sitting at this desk now going on almost 13 years as the National Sales and Training Director for Worth Unlimited, formerly United First Financial. And I have to tell you, people, I've seen a lot of things come and go in that time, but what is going on right now is truly amazing. And to me, I truly believe it's a testament to perseverance and endurance. And I say that on the behalf of Skylar Whitman and John Washenko. Having a vision and a dream that many years ago, starting back in 2002, 2003, thinking about it, bringing it to market, 2005, 2006. The staying power, the focus, the dedication to improvement of the product, the dedication to the people that they placed on the product. No client was ever charged for any upgrade fees or anything along those lines. As the product improved and upgraded, people received their upgrades that were actively utilizing the program. So we're very thankful to be in the position that we're in right now. We're very thankful for the focus, the support and the drive of the owners of the company, and I would be lying if I said I'm not like a little kid in a candy shop again. It's blowing my mind how many people are calling and what we're seeing in the way of activity. So good on you. Keep it rolling. I just did that little diatribe so the email and the phone number would stay up there long enough for everybody to write it down. And we have our new replicated client site, and in that replicated client site, we have the new ebook. If you have not read the ebook, take the time to read the ebook. The ebook gives a good explanation, kind of beginning to end of concept. The program, it helps close the gaps. It does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. That in combination with the videos that have been selected to be on not only your recruiting side agent website, but your consumer side product website. The tools, the videos, please, if you're new to the call, get access to this and go through it. You will be very impressed with the information there, how it's laid out, the organization of the information. This is not haphazard. This is by design from what we have learned over the past, we'll say, almost 15 years of dealing in the debt elimination and wealth accumulation business. So it is something for you to take a look at. John's going to talk to you in a little bit about a track that's actually in your agent portal that'll help you achieve success with the program, with the products and the tools. The replicated book site, you have your agent site, and you can do it with your agent ID, and you can re-tag that. So now you don't just have an ID number. You can actually go in and put your name of your company, super agent, whatever that looks like, however you want to rebrand that. And what you're really doing is you're casting this huge net with your back office contacts, and you can actually target specific individuals through this back office. And as we've rolled out more and more of these tools, and John is refreshing our memory, we're going to start doing just active trainings again on each individual piece. So there is a lot of material that we can go over the course of the next year, but I just want to be very careful with you. We don't want you to get stuck in the library. Don't feel like you need to learn all this new material and learn how all the new systems work. Yeah, the most important thing you can do is get out there and get talking to people and get that buzz going and get that energy going for you, because enthusiasm breeds enthusiasm, and enthusiasm also breeds sales. And so now is the time, while you're excited, don't just lock yourself in a room, trying to learn the tools and the language and all that. Listen to your videos when you get a chance, get in the back office when you get a chance, but the most important thing is get out there and recruit and share the message with as many people. The client video site is the same way. You have two separate sites, as many of you know, and in this client site you can do the exact same thing. Do it where you can brand it to whatever name of company or yourself or whatever you want on your branding when you send your links out. And again, it's the same idea of casting this large net with who you already have in your your current pocket or your contact list, and be able to specifically market these people. So I think we have a great opportunity in front of us. What I'm seeing right now feels very exciting and feels very right now. And so I do want to just encourage everyone, as John goes through the information this evening, take notes. Know that you can always contact agent support. But whoever invited you in, whoever called you in, get back to that individual. If you have questions, ask them, so if they don't know the answer, they can get the answer. We always want to train from the top down, and we want to make sure that that we're taking care of the people that are coming in brand new. But go to your sponsor first. So with all that having been said, it is always truly a delight for me to be able to get on these calls. And I'm going to turn the time now over to Mr. John Wilshanka.
Hey, thank you, Mac. I appreciate that. So with that, we just kind of want to review a few of the new tools that we've got launched in the back office. When you get when you get logged in, there's some simple steps to success. There's now a new tab called Getting Started, which my business partner Skylar is going to go over. Let's kind of go through this. So some of the things when you get started are read the ebook ASAP. So download the ebook. As soon as you download the ebook, it's going to say continue reading the ebook until you finish reading the ebook. So that's going to be like, this is like your checklist of what to do. This is like your action plan with the product, but this is your action plan as an agent. Run your own analysis and get your 30% discount. So as you click on that button, it's going to take you up here to your prospects tab, and it's going to basically load up the analysis for you to run your own savings report. And get started on your worth account, qualify for that wholesale discount. So those are your kind of checklist to do things. Build your team. So as you click on Share My Opportunity site, it's going to take you over to your team site. We've trained on this a little bit, so we're not going to go into it heavy tonight. Run your first client analysis. As you click on that, it's going to take you to prospects. So this is kind of like your introduction to your back office, how things are going to get going, how things work. Close your first sale. Go to prospects. It's going to show you how to click on add a new prospect, those kinds of things. We're going to be training on that a little bit more as well, though. So next I want to talk to our career path. Career path, this is basically where you are in the company. And as you can see, when you start out, you're starting out as an agent. As you mouse over these in the back office, this is in a PowerPoint, it's going to give you supervisor, director, all the way up to partner. That's where we want you guys to end up as partners. We want to be partners with a lot of our field agents. And so right now it shows on this, if we started out as an agent, show requirements, this blue button right here. As we click on that, it's going to bring this down. Now, I know this looks a little bit overwhelming, but I'm going to try and dummy this down for you, okay? So I know that looks like a lot. Whoa, what's going on in there? So we've got this first part. So the ORs are off to the side are what we need to do. So agent to supervisor, we need to qualify. We can qualify one of two ways. Direct to director, make one sale in your first 30 days. That's going to basically bypass a lot of headache for us, or traditional path. So this is our direct to director qualifying. But then we come down here to our traditional path, and basically you've got to fill in $2,100 in personal volume and $4,000 in branch volume. And then as you track that, it's going to show it live, and I'll show you that here in a second. So supervisor to director, so if you miss direct to director, you can run it on the traditional path, or you can run it on direct to director path if you came in as supervisor, coming in as an old You First agent or something. So let's take a look at this. In this supervisor direct to director, basically you make one sale and it gets you there. Or we start to go the traditional path because we missed it, and you've got $3,900 done so far. If you look over here, and we've got as you mouse over it, it pops up this 8,077 remaining. And so 12,000 in branch volume, 6 or recruit or sales or activations. You need 6 activations, 2 of which you've already got done. So that's kind of like your career path, where you're going, how much you've got left to go. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn some time over to Skylar Whitman, and he's going to go through the back office and the Getting Started tab. So Skylar?
Okay, thank you so much, John. Okay, well, like John already started to go into just a little bit, we have got the checklist items on the home page of the agent back office that helps you to just kind of get familiar with the tools and different things that are available in the agent back office. But what I wanted to go through and touch on is the Getting Started tab. So as of right now, we're definitely not asking or wanting anybody to go off onto the live agent back office right now. We just want to kind of get you a little bit oriented with what is live as of right now, and that is the Getting Started tab. This is a new addition to the website. We have gone through and added this so that new agents can get a much better sense of kind of what the steps are to get going as far as what's most important. Okay, the things that you really want to focus on and be aware of as you get going as a new agent. Now, another thing that you will notice well, actually, you as existing agents won't notice this, but new agents will be getting a completely revamped new agent welcome email. So when you sign up as a new agent, you're going to get an email that for those of you that have signed up and got the old email, you'll remember that old Getting Started email or the welcome email was about probably 5 pages long. And it included a whole bunch of information to help you get going. Well, we've changed things so that the welcome email is now just 1 page. It's some very quick basic information, and then it gives you the information of how to get logged into your agent back office. And so what we did is we took the majority of the instructional information that was on that previous agent welcome email, and we have transferred that information now into the Getting Started section of your agent back office. So I'm going to go through and pull up the live website here real quick, just to kind of let you go through it while we're on the call, so you don't have to jump off onto the website. Let me just pull this up here real quick. Okay, so this is the Getting Started section. You know, as it goes through just from the very top. I'm not going to go through and read this word for word, but it does, you know, go through and point out, please go through and read all of the information to help you hit the ground running. It also goes through, and this is kind of a cool little detail right here to the upper right-hand side of the screen. The wholesale discount for each new agent begins the day that they sign up, and it runs for 30 days. So for 30 days, each new agent gets a 30% wholesale discount. I know we've already talked about this on this call and multiple calls before, but it does go through and give each agent the date that it expires. Now, once you get going, you know, say that you signed up as an agent a week ago, it will go through and show you how many days, it goes through and counts down and shows you how many days you have left to take advantage of that wholesale discount. We don't want anybody saying that they weren't aware that their wholesale discount time frame expired. We want everybody to be aware of that, so it is very easy to see here. The direct to director, same thing. You have 30 days to take advantage of the direct to director promotion, and that is a pretty big promotion. Those of you that know what it takes to go from agent to director, it's not a massive undertaking, but you know, there's a fair amount of work there. It's a good jump to get there. And this is a fantastic shortcut to bypass the supervisor level and make it to director. So again, that gives you the expiration date for that promotion. So just you know, going through, you'll be able to review this anytime that you want to from your agent back office, but it does go through and give some very helpful information about what's most important, what's proven to be the most important first steps that you take when you're a brand new agent. The first and foremost, most important step is build your team. Start to spread the word about the worth opportunity. One of the fantastic tools for that is your replicated opportunity website, which is located up here. Goes through and, you know, gives you worthunlimited.com / now this says / super agent, but super agent is just our example agent. In this section, you would simply go through and type in either your agent ID number or you can rebrand your agent ID number from your agent back office and put whatever you want in there as your agent extension. Activate your own worth account. We've already gone through that. 30% wholesale discount. Take advantage of that. You know, lead by example. Be a product of the product for those that you're talking with. Introduce the worth account to everyone. See the replicated client site section below. Again, your replicated client link is here. but it also goes into that information a little bit further down. And then agent update and training webinars, just like what we're on tonight. So many people on the call tonight. Boy, honestly, we haven't had this many people on the call, I don't think, ever. That's just another indication of how quickly things are growing, guys and gals. There's a lot happening, a lot of production, a lot of recruiting. This thing is about to go nuclear, which is a good thing. That helps drive production and help people to be able to get out of debt and start building wealth, which is what we're all in this for as our focus and our crusade. So again, replicated website information as you scroll down. Sorry, this is a very touchy scroll button here. Replicated opportunity website, replicated client website, quick start checklist. Again, this goes through the checklist that's on the home page, helping you to be able to get oriented with the different tools that are available. You can click on that and it'll take you right to it. And the Worth Unlimited career path, you could click here and it takes you right to it. Again, it's just on the home page of your agent back office. Direct to director promotion, this gives you more information about the direct to director promotion. And then anyway, you can go through all of this when we have just a little, you have just a little bit more time. It goes into our social media links and all of that kind of stuff. So hopefully this information is helpful in helping you and your new team recruits get going as Worth Unlimited agents. Between the getting started section, which is what we've just gone through, and then also the, I'm just going to show you the checklist page one more time. The checklist page, most of the checklist items have actually been checked off on this page because they've already been gone through. But for those of you that are brand new, there will be checklist items that you really want to go through and click on the Get Started tabs to be able to complete those checklist items so you get more familiar with the tools. Anyway, between that, the Worth Unlimited career path, the Getting Started section, there is a tremendous amount of help just in your agent back office to help you get started and hit the ground running. So with that information, we're going to go ahead and turn the time over to Mr. Steve Young, who is our National Sales and Marketing Director, and he's going to go over some pretty exciting information with you. So without any further delay, can we go ahead and turn the time over to you, Steve? Can you hear me?
Yes, I sure can, Skylar. Thank you. You can hear me back, right? So,
yes, I can.
Good evening, everybody. Okay, awesome. And thank you so much to Mac and John and yourself. Hey, everybody, I'm listening to this and I'm watching them all go through it. And you know what? There are some people who have been on the team for a while and you keep hearing some of the introduction stuff and over again. But here's my question back to you. Can you do it? And you're here. I get the fun part tonight because I'm going to tell you two important things. First of all, I'm listening to Skylar and John and Mac and I'm realizing, they gave you a business in a box. This is a business where if you didn't know anybody from anywhere and they put you in a plane with a parachute and dropped you out, you could have a business being built in about 2 weeks. Why? Because everything's right there in front of you. What's nice is you got a company backing you up and people backing you up. And to that tune, I want to make this announcement. First big announcement. I'm pretty excited about it. We agreed to work with Mac and John and Skylar and to help build the company, and we made a statement, and there's a lot of new people on the phone and a lot of people from You First coming back to the fold, as I understand it and hear and see and been talking to quite a few. Want you to know this is a different company, and we made a bold statement a month ago, and finally I'm hearing people come out with it the same way that we've represented it, knowing what we know now and what's going to happen to you 6 months from now with the things that are in the hopper right now, in the back office, being worked on with the planning. We're promising you that within, I'd say, a 3 to 5 year period, Worth Unlimited will be the largest financial services company in the country. Now, half of you are saying, that guy's out of his mind. Yeah? Well, there's several of us on this phone that were part of a movement like that once before, and we said the same thing, and guess what? It happened. And there was a lot of people that got very wealthy, and it was nowhere near as impactful as this company. So the first announcement, and I'm very blessed to be able to say it, that we knew that we wanted some field representation, really representing the field force and masterminding. When you're going to make adjustments and changes, you need some advisors. You need people that are in the troops. And John and Skylar, as the founders, sanctioned it, and we went and we've now appointed the first advisory board to the company. And I'm really proud to announce that Dr. Joan Hockenstock has volunteered her services to serve on that, Darlene and Harry Preston, and Brian Daly. And they will mastermind with myself and John and Skylar. That's not a political board. That's not a popularity contest. It's people that are in the trenches, learning and knowing what it takes to make things work, and they also are there to consult and ask and bounce ideas off of, and they've been excellent because we've already come up with some different concepts that we're going to show you tonight that are being implemented as we speak, and that was a result of some input from lots of people, from John and Skylar and Mac, and then we brought it to the board, and they sanctioned it. And there's a big change, folks. It's called more money in your pocket. But right now, if you're looking at that screen, look at this. We love this screen because people got to get what they're doing. And what we know is people don't know what they're doing when they buy a house. You know it, and I know it. You buy it because your mom and dad did it. Their mom and dad did it. You did it because you wanted a house, the American dream, all that nonsense, but you don't even know what you're paying for. So the example in front of you right now on that screen is a $300,000 mortgage at 3% amortization schedule. Now, if you look at that, you can see the red, and you see how we went down 1, 5, 10, 15, and 21 years, okay? Interest to date, you see the year to date, and then we break out the payments, okay? But you go all the way to the right-hand column, and that number right there in column number 1, 58.73%. You say, I love asking people, you got a mortgage? Yeah. Well, you've been in your house long? Yeah, but 2 years. Okay, well, great. What's your interest rate? And I love how people sit up and put their little shoulders back and chest out when they feel like they get a great rate and say, oh, I paid 3%. Yeah? Well, if you do the math, if you found out you were paying a lot more than 3%, would you want to know about it? Yep. Well, in this example, folks, we have this laid out. I'm going to show you in a second, all different interest rates based on the 300,000. Those numbers these are real, okay? Here's the bottom line. Is that's the stated interest rate, or what's the actual interest rate you're paying? Because the truth be told, when you do the math, in year 1, they're paying, look at that number, 58.73% interest. 58% of every check they write out is going to that bank. And you know what that's doing? That's buying that marble floor they got. That's giving those big, beautiful gold etchings on the ceilings that you don't have in your house, because that's what's paying for it. Now, are you happy about that? That used to tick me off. Man, they used to, years ago when I was a kid, they used to give you a toaster when you went to open up an account. You don't even get that anymore. So guess what? You're not paying 3%. You're paying 58. We just wanted to use that as an example, and that's at 3%. I want you to know that we have these all for you to start demonstrating and showing people what they're really paying, because that's painful. Remember, we're here to disturb the comfortable and comfort the disturbed. And in slides like this, do it. So, and you want to know it, you can use it all the time. So I'm going to show you real quick that as we go through this, unfortunately, that didn't click through. The slides here, we run it all the way from 3 all the way up to 7%. You can see the numbers. But I'm just going to go, see, look at it all. See, everybody says 4%. And guess what? The more you go up, look at the higher you pay, 69%, all the way down here, 21 years later, 31%. It's disgusting. You know, the average right now today is about 4.5%. But I'm just going to run through and let you know that no matter where they are, we have these slides. You can come out and challenge people and say, well, go get your mortgage statement and actually have them prove it to you, because right there on it, it says what they're paying the interest and what they're paying the principal. Just do the math. John had this all done. It's all right here, folks. We didn't make this stuff up. This is the facts. And it's all relative to them. So we run it from the 3% all the way up to the 7%. But let me just use this one that I'm showing you right now, 4.5. That's about average right now what the country's paying. So my question to anybody is, in year 1, explain to me how it makes sense for you to be paying 73.47%, and then just shut up. That blows people away. And I'll just go through that example. In 5 years, they're still paying 68. You see, in 10 years, it's 60%. 15 years, 50% of every payment still going to interest only? Man, do you love the bank that much? Who is it you're romantically attached to do that? And I love this one. Go down to 21 years, and you're paying 34.85%. Folks, I hate the credit card industry. They're charging as much as 33%. This is legalized extortion right there. And you know what? We have an answer to show people how to get out of that. Now, ain't that something? When you can show people what the facts are, they need to be woken up. And nobody knows it because nobody's pointing it out to them. And you have the right to, which just blows me away. So have some fun. So what's the second big announcement? So all of you new people, you don't even know this, but there's a raise in your comp. And I always know this. When you join a company or you want to go earn a living and you got to produce results, there's two things you want to know. What do I have to do and how much am I going to get paid? Well, that's what we're here to show you for sure. And I want you to know that Worth and the leaders, are incredible with how they've been able to come up with this, okay? First of all, they took a look at a program where they used to have Worth rewards. You can see it right there on the sheet. Well, that program, for anybody that qualified that for this month, you're good to go. But the truth is that was an inefficient program. It wasn't maximizing, and not enough people were hitting it, so it was stagnant money. And what we proposed to the advisory board and talked to John, Skylar, and Mac about it is, can we shift that and put it back into the field force? And the answer is yes. On top of that, now, in most companies that you know about, you want to know what kind of men and women are running this thing and being part of it. And I heard Max say it earlier. He was great about it. They are good. They don't go back and try to recharge it for anything. If you were inactive, you can reactivate your program when you bought it. It's unbelievable. It's great. And it pumps me up. And so here, they even took a haircut on company monies that were coming to the company in terms of profit and also put it back in the field force. For the two areas that we were able to do it and come by. Now, this is a real live example, and on A is over here. This is A side where you see my cursor, and B is over here. And we're using the figure $3,500 being the fee to the client. And this is with you closing it, okay? But let's go do it. Right now, if you're an agent and you came in and that was the fee, you get paid the old way, $9,1080, and now you're going to get paid $915. And some of you saying, well, Young, are you out of your mind? What's the big deal there? Well, I'll tell you what the big deal is. That's $4.20 you didn't have before. Start stacking them up and doing business. They're pretty good. But you see, that's only the beginning. So let us point out exactly what the difference is now when you go get promoted. So we're going to do this really quick, but I want to show you how quickly these numbers compound out for the different levels of getting promoted. And our job is to help you get promoted and show you how to do that. And we're going to, because you know what we do on these phone calls and in your training? I got to tell you, and the advisory board members, they got teams right now learning the dream, the commitment, the market, the schedule, and getting people to follow through, because your job is to build teams and help them get to where they want to be. Well, guess what? All of a sudden now, as a supervisor, you're getting paid $1,000 to transact that. That was the old way, $1,033. Now you're $1,065. So all of a sudden, instead of $4, it's almost $32. You just went up, $31.52. Ain't that something? But here's this all of a sudden. Guess what? Now you're starting to get overrides too. So anytime that you're a supervisor and you have an agent doing a piece of business, you're making $122 the old way. Now it's $150. So guess what? That's a $30 increase. You start putting people on your team, teaching them what to do and help them get to where they want to be. Guess what you're doing? Making some money. I hope you can start seeing what's happening here. So let's go. And I think it'd be ridiculous, since the director, you got 30 days to do it. You got to come in, and go write a piece of business. That's ridiculous not to. It's incumbent upon all of us, and I'm going to get to that in a minute to show you exactly how to do that. But watch this. When you go director, the old way, you'd make $1,156. Now you get bumped up to $215. Folks, that's a $58 increase. But also now look at the increase in your overrides. You went, instead of getting $245, you're making $300 a whack every time an agent does something, or a supervisor in your company, $150. How many of them do you have to have just to make these overrides? Go build a team that's active, that wants to be somebody and catch you and get promoted up to where you are and help them. And I'll give you an example at the end of this of just a real simple example that's not overbearing and it's simple to do. Man, so we just want to demonstrate to you what your earnings are and what the increase in pay is. And this came because of what the company elected to do and what the advisory board helped out with. So now let's go to managing director. What's it take, and what are the old ones? So we're going to go, let me just get this set here. Okay, I'm not so bad. I'm a computer idiot, actually. And again, they gave it to you, just got to point and click. So look at this. Okay, as a managing director, old way, $1,278. New way, $1,370. Well, folks, now you're like $100 more, $91. Okay, starting to make money. More importantly, look down below here. Look at the overrides. Okay, you just got a big increase. Okay, you used to get 122, now it's 155. 245 to 305. How about 368 to 455? Go get yourself a half a dozen agents to go write some business and help their friends, family, and relatives, because that's the moral and right thing to do. And what kind of income you're going to make. You can start doing your own math with what you can imagine, but it's not your job to do it alone. It's our job to help you get promoted. So let's get up to the king spot, because I can't wait to show you what we got, because we got a 90-day plan for you to get to exactly this position, which is executive director, and it'd be crazy not to. But it's a work ethic, it's a commitment, and it's time, and it's you learning the language. But you know what? You got teammates that are going to help you do it. So as an executive director, here you go. What's the difference? The old comp was $1,401. Look at this new comp, $1,525. Are you kidding me? That's $123 extra for doing the same job you get before. Now look at this though. See, at the executive director, that's where life begins, because now you're running your own branch, office, so to speak, and look at the overrides you get now. Now, if you put on an agent and go train them, you're making $410 every time they do something. Supervisor, $480. Look what it used to be, $490. Now it's, excuse me, I read that wrong. Did I do this right? I sure did. Okay, so it was 122 over here. Now it's 155. It used to be 245 when you had a director. Now you're overriding by $310. Folks, unbelievable. 368. Now it's 460. Folks, it's up to you on what you want to earn. And then, yeah, you have generations. You can promote other executive directors. You get an executive director and they go out and they build their own teams. If they call you up and ask you for help, great, but they're like your own franchise. That's like you owning another McDonald's on the other side of town. And every time anybody in their organization does anything, you're getting comped $175. Now, ain't that something? And I'll breeze through these other executive spots just for you to get a sense for it, because we did another big change. I want you to understand it, because you want to breed success. You want people to be encouraged to strive to get to a higher level. And I just blew that. Here we go. There we go. Senior executive. There we go. It did come up. And for every time you do this, this means you're overriding more generations. And that's a beautiful thing. Okay? So you get paid and promoted by helping other people get to where they want to be. So look at this. Now you have $120 was the old one. Now you have $175, $170. Now you're overriding 3 generations over on promoting people. You want to promote executive directors. That's a business within a business. That's a beautiful thing. And we came from that world, and I'll tell you what, it's a nice place to be. It's painstaking effort to get there, and the financial reward to do it when you get there is phenomenal, okay, because it all works. Now, a couple of more spots, and I'll end on this and go right to the meat of the matter as well. But I wanted you to see exactly what you had to do or what the pay increase is. It's significant as you go through this compensation. And you know what? People say they do things for more than praise and recognition they do for money, but I'm going to tell you right now, money sure helps. And why? Because we wanted to know, and part of the contributions from some of the people are coming back on board. I'm understanding the advisory board, John Schuyler Mastermind, said we got to go deep. Let's get it so the builders can win. Teach them how to build a company and get out of their way. And that's exactly what we're doing. You see, on the old way, it was only 3 generations. Now you got 4. And by the way, on the old compensation, the most they ever paid out was $386. Well, now I'm going to go up there and go right to partner now and prove and show to you that now they go 6 generations deep. Let me get up there. Okay. So it's now 6 generations, and the company pays out more dollars all the way through. There's no gotchas in this program except for this. You got to go to work. And I don't know about you, and I'll sum it up in a second. There it is, partner. There we go. So look at that. There's 6. Ooh, I just screwed that up. John told me how not to do this, and I did it anyway. There we go. I think I got it up there. John, maybe you can move that for me or whatever. But that's a side-by-side comparison. Thank you, sir. You got 6 generations deep right now of a company that you can build, and it came from identifying where money could be better spent. So you just got a big raise. And if you got a pencil and a paper, write this down real quick because I want to move on. And here's the deal. If you get to executive director, I'm going to show you that in a minute, how to get there in 90 days with coaching and teaching, learning the language, and having your teammates help you do it. You don't have to do it alone. So imagine that. Can you lock arms for 90 days? Can you believe in somebody and trust somebody for 90 days to help you get to where you want to be? I say yes, especially when you hear the language and what we do and how we do it. So if you're an ED, okay, get yourself there. We're going to show you that in 2 minutes, how to get there in 90 days. And you go just do 4 transactions yourself a month. So you're going to talk to a lot of people. And does anybody on this phone know anybody that knows somebody that owns a house? Anybody know any realtors, any mortgage people? Anybody know any accountants? Anybody know any insurance people? Are you kidding me? I mean, come on. So if you do that, you just go help one person a week. That's 4 a month as an ED. And you only have 3 agents. That's all you have. 3 agents that are active, and they go 3 apiece. And then you get 3 directors that do 3, okay? So that's 9 pieces of business plus your 4. Guess what? Your compensation that month is $8,860. That's $106,320 a year, and you can still be part-time. Are you, what? Now, I'll tell you what, I knew what that took back in the financial services business to make that, because we made that our first year, and it's nothing like this. This effort is so smooth, and when you understand our language and the mission to what we do, man, oh man, people, I'm telling you right now. So now I want to get right to the meat. You're wondering, well, did I miss the boat? Is there a market out there? We put this up here on purpose. We covered it a couple of weeks ago. Folks, look at this. This is a recent survey. I didn't make this up. This came out of the University of Chicago, a true academia university. Okay, it's one of the top academic universities in the country, by the way. And they did a study back in January, February of this year, and look what they're saying. Okay, here's what they're saying. The number of paychecks workers can miss before dipping into savings. And folks, it's mind-boggling what these numbers are. Okay, look at this. Okay, right now, I'm starting from the left. Let me go over to the right. Look at the poor. I don't know why they broke it up the race, but the poor Hispanics are getting beat in this country. Okay, that tells me 82% of all Hispanics are dead broke. They can't miss 2 paychecks. After that, they're done. Okay, they have nowhere to go. And when I show you what they do, looking for money after that, it's horrifying. So you're wondering, well, the economy's looking good. Listen, we don't have a retirement crisis. We don't have a savings crisis. We have a debt crisis, because the debt crisis is keeping people from doing either savings or doing the right things in their life. All we have to do is shake the trees and wake them up. Some will, some won't. So what? Listen to you. Look at the black market, the African-American market. Check that out. 70% of all of them are dead broke. They can only miss 2 paychecks. That's it. And then they're in trouble. What do they do then? The white race, okay, they're 64%. Total between all those races, and I don't know why they didn't put Asian down here, but they should, but I'm not the guy who did this study, but total altogether, check that out, 64% of the whites and a total 66% of the people would be dead broke. And you're telling me everything's fine and nobody should know about these programs? Are you kidding me? We got to learn to open up our mouths, man. This is a TTB business, talk to people business. That's all. So I'm going to go to the next slide, and let me show you what we did there, because this always blew me away too. I wanted to know the market. Look what they do. Look at this. If they're missing paychecks, what do? 47% go to credit cards. Are you kidding me? Borrow 47%, borrow from families. Hey, a mentor of mine when I was growing up in the financial services business said to me, Young, I'll tell you what, does family members ever come borrow money? I said, hell yeah. They go, well, you didn't loan it. You gave it. You see, that's the true way, man. When you borrow money, they ain't borrowing it. You're giving it. You better learn to put that in the sticky side of your brain and keep it close to you, because that's the truth, okay, especially when it comes from family. They borrow the money. Ask me, I got 2 kids. Okay, how about this one? Going to a pawn shop, 41%. Guess what? Another job in the economy, 29%. Look at this. They withdraw from their retirement accounts. Aren't we there to show people how to convert debt into wealth? That ain't doing it, 27%. Okay, they skip paying bills. That's why they start mounting up 24%. And then they go to payday. All those payday places, man, they're ripping people off. It's legalized extortion. Folks, your market, my point is, enormous. If you know that, what are we doing about going to it and converting the world and making a difference? So look at that. They put up the homeliest guy they could find right there in that picture. So I'm sorry about that one, okay? But here's the deal. Okay, we're going to go through quick 30 days of what you got to do to get to that executive director and to start making money. The whole idea is to make cash flow. So here's my question back to you. If we could show you in 90 days to put an extra $11,000 in your pocket and you couldn't spend it on bills, what would you do with it? See, I want to know that. And if you've got a partner or you live with somebody, a husband, wife, or partner, a best friend, whoever you're living with that cheerleads you, they ought to know about this stuff. And otherwise, they're going to take you. You don't have a chance in this business. You know what? And I like to know what they would do with that $11,000. Having said that, look at this. The first 30 days, it's our job. You come on board, that's my job. If you're direct to me, you're in my little company, okay, what I'm going to do is make sure you go to director to director. My job is to get you there right away, and you got 30 days to do it. Now, that's unbelievable, because why go the hard way when they're giving you a method to go do that? So you should get your own program, and by the way, We got 3 different programs. Whether you got a mortgage or not, you're loaded with credit card debt, medical bills, student loan, whatever it is, okay? You got ugly debt, go get the program so you get out of it. Go get a financial coach. Go get a GPS system. Half of us are all knuckleheads on this phone because we use the GPS in our car and never question it. We're putting this in and you start questioning this. No, this is fail-safe. In fact, I will buy you. Listen, you get this program. Are you listening to me? Man, I want you to hear this loud and clear. You come in this firm, okay, in this company, embrace it, love the concepts. I'm challenging you now. You go buy that product, okay? And Steve Young, if it doesn't work for you at the end of 9 months to a year and it's not doing what it says it's going to do and you do everything it tells you to do, I'm going to buy it back from you. It'll cost you nothing. How about that? Okay, now Skylar didn't know we were going to say that because I'm not going to put Skylar's. I'll do it, okay, because I know it works because I've done it and I live it. Man, that's powerful. Hey, is your company telling you that? Is your mortgage company telling you that? Your insurance company? I don't think so, okay? So watch this one. Real simple, first 30 days, Sprint Award. We want you all to win the Sprint Award. We're going to give a little pin and recognition. We do company events, and we can maybe do a convention, a cruise, whatever we're going to do. Point of it is you're going to see people with acknowledgement by either shirts, hats, pins. We're doing it up, man, so you know you did it. And when you see a person walking around with the Sprint Award, the first 30 days they put 3 people in their business. How about that? 3, and then we're going to write every one of them. So, and I'm going to tell you how we're doing it. We're going to teach you how to get into your warm and hot market because this isn't potion, lotions, and pills. This is finances. This is money. This is the rock bed of what you're doing. Everybody gets stressed out about money when they don't have to. If you learn how to use it, money works for you, and otherwise it works against you. So you choose. Either you're going to earn interest or you're going to pay it to someone else. We're going to reverse the process and bring it back where you become your own bank, and by using the debt program to get to all of it. And so watch this one. If we're working with you in your market and you introduce us to 10, 15 people, don't you even think that we can't introduce 3 people to your business. Promise you that. And they're all going to come on, you're a Sprint Award winner. Bam. And you're also going to get a promotion. So I think that's pretty good. So that's the Sprint Award. You got to do it in the first 30 days. And then in the next 30 days, watch what we're doing. We're going to turn around and do the same thing for them. We concentrated on that. Can you all stay focused for 30 days? That wasn't hard because we did it for you. So why can't we do it for them? And then all of a sudden, you got a team. Look at this. You got over 15 sales. We can get you an accelerated promotion to managing director, and you're on your way. That's 60 days, and that's a Fast Start Award. And you're going to get a nice little shirt we've designed for you in that. We're still designing it. The advisory board is going to help me. Now, here it is, the road to executive director. In 90 days, look what we're going to do. Once we get that built in the first 30, 60 days, and even if you have to catch up, work with it hard enough, but your team is going to work this. We're working a plan to help you. Help us help you. And when we do that, you just stay focused and go one more 30-day period. You've done a Sprint Award, Fast Start, and then you sprint and Fast Start again. Look at that. We helped all your people, your 9 people down below, help fill out their deal. And now you're an executive director. And if you paid attention to the income earlier, an executive director makes $1,525 every time you do a new transaction from this coming month forward. Ain't that something? Where can you go do that even on a part-time basis? Folks, if you have one, let me know. I'll come work with you. How about that? And this is fun to talk to people about what they have to do and how they have to do it. So, folks, it's a dream come true. It's real life. I'm telling you right now that every insurance company is going to want to know who we are because they all look for leads. Listen, when I first was in the financial services business, the way we stayed alive is the debt programs. There's no question about it because people are stressed out about it. They don't know where to go. They don't know who to trust. And you know what? We do teach you how to work in your hot and warm markets. Why? Because it's your moral obligation. You know what you got right now? And I give the analogy all the time. You know, how bad is cancer, heart attack, stroke? It's the 3 big ones that kill everybody. You know, it's disgusting. Yeah, all of us on this phone know somebody that's died of cancer and it's been in our families. You know what this is? We can eradicate financial cancer. You have to look at it that way. To buy a house and pay 30 years and let them get away with that and steal all that money from us, and we could have bought 2.5 houses before we pay off. That's ridiculous, but we didn't know any better. And now we got to coach people. We will give you the right language. I promise you this, too. There's a lot of promises going on here tonight. I promise you we're going to give you the language that nobody could argue with. And you want to be assertive, politely, and make sure you ask the right questions and always ask for permission. And when you do, you can tell it like it is, and nobody's going to argue with you because they're going to find out what the truth is on how things work. So, folks, each little step at a time. Promotions, right? We have a 30-day sprint award, fast start 60 days, on to executive director 90 days. I'm starting to sum up now. Want you to know I did a call today for Dr. Joan and her team. These people are fired up. You know what? They got lists. They're dreaming again. They're talking about what they want to do with their money. They're getting partner support at home. They're getting ready to they made a commitment of hours and time frames so we can work with them. They're getting organized, and they're becoming teammates where they're going to rely on other people making a phone call. And you know what? I always have no fear in asking people for help. I'd call up Skylar Whitman, he's my buddy, and Skylar, listen, I need your help. Will you help me out? What's he going to say? Yeah, what do you need? Any friend will say that. You know, and now I'm going to tell him, I want your opinion. You give it to me anyway, whether I like it or not. I don't always like it, but I'll tell you what, I do respect it a lot. And having said that, I'm looking at it maybe a career move or things I'm looking to do financial, and I want you to look at it and find any hole in it that you can. Will you do that for me? Yep. How about that little entree? You could learn that all day long and then do a three-way call with somebody that's really got the language down and the system down to help be your expert for you, because I'm going to give you a new definition. What's an expert? An expert is somebody you don't know. You ever notice that? You turn on the television, you see all these people with all these titles, and they're told experts. Hey, I know a lot of people that think they're experts, and they're kind of moronic. I've learned a lot in my life this day, and I don't trust. I want to hear. See, I don't care what you're saying. I care what you're doing. And they better be the same. And I really like people that take action and do, and they show their success. That's what the Worth Unlimited program is all about. That's the bottom line. That's what we're doing. We're pretty pumped up about it. And I want you to know that if you're here to work with us, we're here to work with you. And I'm just closing out the call now. I want you to know that they're going to stay on the call after this, and you can ask any questions. They're going to type in. You can leave your questions there. They'll answer everything for you. You got 36 days left to have somebody join the company for $49. Are you kidding me? Oh, my goodness. $49 and you get all that support. This is an office, and it's not ending here, folks. Mac Saunders, John Washenko, Skylar Whitman, and the advisory board members and new people coming on board right now, and even some old ones joining the company again, are pumped. I feel the energy, and they want to win in the worst way, and we're looking for people that want to be somebody. They can't stand it. We're going to show you how to do it by doing what's right by people. So bless you all. Thank you for the gift of your time, and that's all I have to say about that. We're going to sign off, and then you can go stay on the phone call, and they'll answer any questions for you. People, thank you for the gift again of your time, and thank you for being on the phone. Good night, everybody.
Once again, for everybody, we will be still on the call to answer any questions you have. Customer and agent support will be available tomorrow as well. And what an excellent call. Thank you so much, Steve, Skylar, and John. And we're going to go ahead and mute the phones at this moment. And if you have any questions, just feel free to type them in. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful night.